Turkey for me, turkey for you.
Because we could all use a little levity right now, maybe we should be singing the Thanksgiving song by Adam Sandler on our way to our holiday dinners this week.
A new survey is finding that 64% of Americans expect election-related stress to impact their holiday plans. Really, nearly 1 in 4 considering skipping Thanksgiving altogether.
Wow. I'm too hungry to skip dinner like this, no matter the circumstances. But joining us live right now is ABC News correspondent Jim Ryan. Is the aftermath of the national election still stressing some of us out?
Absolutely, and I think you're going to see that, and that's what these new surveys are suggesting. This one taking a look nationally at the expectations of political disagreements, out-and-out fights around the Thanksgiving table. And I think you're right, Jim. I mean, if your mouth is stuffed with turkey, it can't be spewing out stuff about the election. Maybe that's a good idea. But yeah, this survey of 2,000 people around the country finds an even split among men and women, adults aged 25 to 65, who regularly celebrate Thanksgiving, and many of them are stressed about it already because of the election.
You know, Jim, in my family, my extended family, we have both extreme sides, one side or the other, and we have just learned that at get-togethers, we do not talk politics or any type of divisive issues like that. We find something else to talk about. But is there anything else this survey can tell us about? Is it worse this year than elections past, or what else has the survey been able to show us?
I think it's partly every 4 years you're going to run into this because November falls. We get the election, the general election every 4 years in November, and of course Thanksgiving falls at the end of November. So a little over 3 weeks separates this year's election from this year's Thanksgiving. So I think it's naturally going to be part of the conversation. Pew Research looked at this too. Who are the people most likely to talk about politics at the table? Well, it's the winning side. Naturally, I think that stands to reason. 36% of Americans who voted for Donald Trump say it's extremely or very likely they'll talk about the election at Thanksgiving. Only 24% of Harris voters say that they'll do the same. There is advice, though. I thought this was interesting. Psychologists suggest using the CALM approach, the acronym CALM. Communicate curiously, that is, have a conversation, don't just yell at each other. Actively listen to the other person. Limit setting, that is, at some point say, okay, we're done talking about this, let's talk about football or something else. And then finally, maintain the big picture. That is, realize that this person standing across from you in the MAGA cap or the Harris T-shirt is a family member. You've known this person, you're related to them, and realize that there's something beyond just politics.
I like your idea earlier of keeping our mouths stuffed with food so that we're unable to talk or spew any kind of negative rhetoric.
Well, the other part is this. You eat turkey, you eat the pumpkin pie, maybe lay off the beer and the alcohol because that's what gets people's mouths going, isn't it?
And I would think also setting up boundaries in advance, right?
Sure. Post a sign outside that says this is a politics-free zone. Be kind of funny, but it also plants in your guest's mind that maybe we won't talk about it.
It's hard anymore just to have a civil conversation about politics because it has become so outrageously divisive in recent elections, and everybody is just very outspoken about their opinions and not always in a polite way. So how do we prevent blow-ups and keep our families together besides posting a sign, just not talk politics at all?
Well, and set the boundaries in advance so that people don't show up and they sit down and start having a discussion at the table, and then you're left trying to break it up or step in. Make sure they know going in that the hope, maybe the expectation is that we're going to talk about the weather, or we're going to talk about, something other than that. Talk about memories that we have. If you're related to this person, undoubtedly you have a relationship that goes beyond politics. So talk about those things. But, leaving politics at the door is a good idea. We were talking, Jayme, about your own family. My son is at one extreme. My daughter is at the other extreme.
No.
And yet they are the best of friends because they don't talk about it.
That's good. Well, speaking of your Thanksgiving, Jim, do you have a favorite Thanksgiving dish you're going to be eating this year?
I'm an old traditionalist. I like pumpkin pie. I like the turkey. They're going to come to my place, and I'm going to make my kids, that is, chicken fried steak and mashed potatoes.
What? No turkey this year?
No.
Okay. Well, actually, it sounds like a Texas tradition.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's
When can I come over?
It sounds
We're
really
serving at
good.
3:00.
All right.
ABC's Jim Ryan, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching Arizona's Morning News. Click to watch more from KTAR News and hit the button in the middle to subscribe.